Hello everyone. This is the Delta Math assignment for Algebra 2 for solving linear systems by graphing for October 19th. And the easiest way to show you guys how to do this is in Delta Math. So I'm just going to jump over there and show you how to do it. So when you're solving a linear system, you're going to have two equations. And I guess I should go back. There's going to be two ways for you to solve these. One way is to do it by graphing. But there's going to be some downfalls or some pitfalls with graphing, and we'll talk about those as we go. And the second way to do it is algebraically. And there's going to be two different methods that you guys are going to learn on how to do it algebraically. So the first way we're focusing on is do it by graphing. All right. To solve a linear system, there's going to be two lines, and two lines can touch in one place. Two lines could be parallel, and the third is a bit goofy, but they're giving you exactly the same line. Now, I realize this is going to seem a little strange initially. Like, what do you mean they're giving you the same line? Well, we'll talk about that more as we go. Okay? So you could have one solution, you could have no solution, and since they're touching everywhere, you could have infinitely many solutions. Okay, this is the first one we're going to focus on today, but I wanted you to be aware that if they're giving you two lines, there's really three different ways it could show up, regardless if you're doing it by graphing or doing it algebraically. One solution, no solutions, or there's infinitely many solutions. Okay? So going over to Delta Math, they're going to say, solve it by graphing. Here's your two lines. Okay. So the first one, you go to your y-intercept of -7, and you click a dot. Your slope is -2, so that means you go down 2 over 1, and there's your line. To get the next one, your y-intercept is -2, and your slope is 3, so you go up 3 over 1. And the solution is where they touch. So I didn't talk much about that over here. But the answer to this question is the coordinate where they're touching. It's the xy coordinate of where they touch. So that's why here there's no solution because they're not touching. And here there's infinitely many because they're touching everywhere. So to do this by graphing, you first have to graph them and then look at the coordinate where they touch. So the answer would be, in parentheses, oops, so that would be -1, comma, what is that, -5? So that would be your answer. Yep, that's what I want. There you go. So here's another one. So to do it, your y-intercept is 7, and your slope is 1, up 1 over 1. Okay, this one, the y-intercept is 4. And the slope, I'm going to put the negative up, so it's -1 over 2. So you go down 1, right 2. So this is the setup, and the answer is where they touch. So would that be -2, 5? And you submit your answer. Okay? So the first thing you have to do is graph it, and then write the coordinate that is the answer. So the answer is the coordinate. This is the work. Okay? It's pretty much the same thing, pretty much the same thing. So let me go and show you the second kind that you guys are going to have in your homework. Come on, open up. There we go. So in this, what's going to happen is that they're not going to give you both equations in slope-intercept form. So this one, you can graph straight away, but this one you can't. So 5x plus 4y is equal to -24. So I have to solve for y. So I have to subtract the 5x first. Then you have 4y is equal to -5x minus 24. Then you divide everybody by 4. So your answer is y is equal to negative 5/4 x minus 6. So this is the second equation you need to graph. Okay? So let me change the size of this window. Let me pull it out, shrink it down so we can still see it. Pull this one up so we can also see it. Okay? So graphing the first one. So the y-intercept is 2, and the slope is 3/4. So up 1, 2, 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's that line. This one is this over here. So the y-intercept is negative 6, and the slope is negative 5/4. So down 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice you can't, it won't let you put the point. So coming back over to this, I had initially done negative 5/4, but it won't fit on the page. So instead, I'm going to go 5 over negative 4. So that means what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 5, left 4. Okay? So coming back here, from this point, I'm going to go up 5 and back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And so then your answer is negative 4, negative 1. So let's go negative 4, comma, negative 1. Okay. And we got it. So, graphing the lines is the work. The coordinate is your answer. And remember, when it looks like this, you have to solve for y first. And we bumped into the issue of, though that is how we typically put the negative, by putting it upstairs, we ran off the graph. It wouldn't fit, because there's only room for 4. We couldn't go down 5. So instead, put the negative on the bottom instead. So you rise 5 and go back 4. Okay? That should be all that you guys need to do this assignment. Thank you for your time. Have yourself a great one.